live from the Art of Beer. Welcome to the Midtown Podcast, brought to you by Uber Car Service. Uber is the mobile app that connects you with on-demand car service from the tap of a button. Available in over 60 cities worldwide, with Uber, reliable and inexpensive transportation is always at your fingertips. Make your request for a ride via the app for iPhone or Android, and your private driver will be there to pick you up in minutes. Hop in and enjoy as you ride in style. And here are your hosts, Art Urbina and Jared Coble.
Oh my god, it's delicious. Yeah. What is this? What's it called?
It's not
exactly.
It just kind of consumes up in a minute.
Exactly.
All right, Midtown Podcast, live from the Art of Beer. I'm just hoping the MPs don't come in and arrest us for commandeering this beautiful office that Andrea has let us use. Thank you so much.
We would literally not be here without Andrea.
Yeah, just don't, because all of it's not.
We will keep it short.
Beer.
Please don't.
We will wipe everything down when we're done using it.
Right.
Because Jared's here, so you got to wipe it down.
Right, twice.
But no, we're live at the Art of Beer. This place is amazing, and we're got a couple of the beer distributors here. But let's just go around real quick and do some introductions. To my right, co-host Jared Coble.
What's up, everyone?
What are you drinking on?
I forgot, man.
Yeah,
I'm glad we started with you because I'm right there with you.
we're 2.5 hours in.
I'm sipping on water and
Hops
something.
and yeast and
barley.
Yeah.
It's good. I like it.
Frank from across the street.
How you doing?
How are you, sir?
Real good.
Enjoying yourself so far?
I'm with Jared. I have no clue what I'm doing.
What's your highlight so far?
Honestly, there are too many to mention. This has been
I
an
agree.
amazing time. Yeah.
It's like just one big party. It's like,
Yeah.
it's an
lot of
extension of
amazing-
like our
yeah.
college life,
Right,
mixed
right.
in adulthood,
Right.
you
I had a
know.
long week, so this is exactly what I needed. Perfect. Thank you.
Cheers to you.
Yeah.
Mischief is back.
Hello.
She had such a good time
Happy to be here.
on
I had
Monday.
to follow him. Chasing you down.
Sierra Nevada is in the house with their beautiful green tent over there. We tried the sausage.
Oh yeah.
And? Yeah?
Pretty good. Pretty
And
good.
then we had some food.
Wow, is this live?
And did you see the VW? Did you see the
Yes.
Brian drove that down.
Art's got an extra
About an
20
hour
bucks in
and
his
45
pocket right now.
Right.
And I do have a highlight for the evening. I had my picture taken with Charlie this evening, so that was a
Very nice.
very salute moment for me.
Oh, very nice.
Yeah.
Now you guys do this thing all the time, right?
Yes.
What's unique to Art of Beer now that we're into it?
The uniqueness is the crowd, is
Yeah.
the patrons that we actually draw into this. These are people that truly respect the craft of beer.
Right.
And it really means a lot to all of us, and that they understand that it is a community of brewers that are out there and enjoying themselves.
That's awesome.
That's what I noticed, like going to beer fest and all that stuff. A lot of people go. A lot of people aren't too much into beer, kind of want to party more.
Right.
This one,
Pretzel
a
necklaces.
lot of-
I was just going to say, I have
Yeah.
not seen one pretzel.
Thank you. I will so give you love on that, honey.
everyone respects what everyone's doing here, which
Yeah.
is amazing.
A lot of people down there are honored to be here.
Right.
Yes.
They truly understand what is going on down there, and that's what just fills your heart.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
we're honored for you guys to have us.
Yeah, thanks for having us here.
Thank
Oh,
you.
we're
Thank you.
honored to be here.
Jennifer. We got to thank Jennifer Irwin for having us and putting it on.
Nice work, Jennifer.
She's stressing out a little bit.
There we go, right?
Yeah, that was a honeymoon.
Beautiful glassware.
Yeah.
Beautiful programs. The programs are absolutely
Yes, they are.
The beer
Top
bottles,
notch.
Thank you very much. We're quite proud of those.
definitely.
Awesome. Sean from 21st Amendment, who we drank your beer on Monday on the podcast.
Awesome.
With,
Yes.
Very cool. Very cool.
with Brian. So thank you very much.
Really
but
good.
so we have you now, and I mean, personally, I love 21st Amendment, the restaurant, the brewery there on 2nd Street. Must Must stop on my way to a Giants game.
Absolutely.
Cuban sandwich, one of the best Cuban
Thank
sandwiches
you.
I've ever had.
I'm not Cuban, but thank you.
Neither am I.
Wouldn't know what the hat.
I was going to say,
With a name like Sean, too, it's hard to
I
figure
know.
out.
And I can't even think of the Spanish way to say Sean. Frank, can
You say it'll be one. It
Juan?
is Frank.
Shawan.
I won. You're right. You're right.
Well, there you have it.
So for you guys coming out here, what has been your highlight?
Well,
so
to me,
far?
honestly, I love doing this fest every year. Second year in a row here. It's hands down the best festival because you kind of like you just echoing like the theme here that we've been talking about. It's not a beer festival. There's this whole like art element. There's this food element, and it just brings a whole other crowd together.
Right.
I mean, we've all of us here. We're all professionals here. We've all done like these beer festivals, and they're fun. And you get out there, you kind of expose the masses to kind of what you're doing. But here, it's a little bit different. It's like a twist on everything, and we all kind of like up our game a little bit. And I love that aspect.
Yeah.
I mean, you walk around the crowd here, and you see people what they're talking. They're talking about the art, and they're talking about the food, and they're talking about the beer. It's just a different level. I mean,
Yeah.
I think this is the future of beer festivals because
Very nice.
hope so.
because exactly. I
Raise
mean,
my glass with
we
that.
needs to happen.
So do you say you guys try to one up each other a little bit? You think?
You
Or
know
are you
what,
trying to figure out what Ninkasi was pouring?
You
so
know-
you guys,
I say there's some pride. There's definitely pride brought to this room.
Exactly. I think. I mean, absolutely. I mean, I look around and I go like, oh, I got to do. You know, Nikasi's got their whole living room thing going on.
Lounge, not even living room. That's a full-on lounge down there.
and I love those guys, but fuck them just a little bit right now. And, you know, and I'm good friends with them, but I mean, it's just like you kind of like see what's going on. You're like, I got to do this. You know, I'm gonna bring it up in a little bit further. So
Yeah.
it's awesome.
so I could see your brain already working for next
Yeah,
year.
like,
You
You're
have no idea.
Like getting a pool table next.
Yeah, pool table, pinball,
Massage parlor.
massage parlor. Keep going here.
We're going to go there. Let's bring pedicures in for the ladies. Right?
You have a bunch of airplanes out there. We're going to fly those things. We're going to get a whole thing here.
Where's Jennifer's like, oh no, like,
I know she left, thank goodness. I would have to say
find a
we're probably going to need a larger venue even next year.
Yeah.
It will be a
Yeah.
different venue.
No moving the chairs.
I don't know what the walk-up crowd was, but it looked pretty significant. Like I was talking to Rami
Rowie.
Rowie earlier. He said the walk-up crowd was pretty good, like more than they expected. So
I was checking in over at the hotel, and people were buying tickets at the hotel as well. So yeah, that was
nice.
that was really nice to see.
very nice.
It's really taking beer to another level, honestly. It's about, like, you know, we've done all these beer festivals, but honestly, we can kind of, like, take it to something, other place we've never been before. It's exciting for the people that are pouring the beer here because it's just a different experience. And so we elevate kind of what we're doing, and we kind of bring, a different element to it, and that's what's exciting about it.
Yeah.
I
So
love
what rabbit did you pull out of the hat for this particular spot?
You know, we actually recreated what we did last year, which is like kind of the arc of like the design of all our canned beer and all this. So you kind
No, I eyeballed it, sweetheart.
It's going to be a review right here, but I'll just.
Oh yeah, there we go. Now what are we drinking on right now?
Really good.
Oh, it just got cracked.
Thank you. Awesome.
We're back.
We're
Oh,
back.
it's like last year.
That's what happens when you open it.
Take a little bit there.
That's what happens when you open a can of beer. You come back.
Definitely.
Are we back on? Are we live now? Is it a hot mic?
Monkey blood.
Monkey blood
Is that what this is?
So, 21st Amendment. I love all of your guys' beers, everything, especially your graphics. The artist that's doing it is amazing.
Are you using the same artist for the entire line?
So we use a company up in some friends of ours up in Bend, Oregon, actually. TBD, and they've done some work with the Shoots and some other breweries, and we kind of hooked up with them, kind of through some mutual friends, and they handle all our kind of graphic design and all that, and they tap into other artists in terms of the imagery that we're using. Actually, one guy, Joe Wilson, is actually from London, and he does all our it's kind of a really weird flip because he's doing kind of all the Americana flip in terms of like our Brew Free or Die or Hell or High Watermelon.
But he's from London.
He's from London, so it's like it's kind of a big FU to England. Anyway, so delete that.
I'm just like going to throw some tea in the harbor
So
or something.
but we, I mean, honestly, we, in the industry, you have this idea that you kind of, when you're looking at the big beer wall, it's like, what am I going to buy? Maybe you've heard of the beer, maybe you haven't. And so the idea is that with anything, is like you want to be enticed by the package, but you want to be brought back by the beer. And that's kind of like the way we kind of like run our whole program. Is that we enjoy the whole design process. It's a lot of fun. It's kind of hilarious the way it all comes about, and sometimes you're like, we're never going to figure this out, and you kind of get to this, great place, and it's a lot of fun. And from designing the beers, the recipes and all that, the next thing I love doing is the packaging. It's just a lot of fun.
Yeah. 21st Amendment. Cheers to that.
And I don't know if it could be any more appropriate. Today is National Can Beer Appreciation Day as well, as we are drinking out of a can.
Yeah.
That stuff is super good.
Yeah. So, can you talk about the Monk's Blood real quick?
So this is, so Monk's Blood is our dark Belgian strong beer, and we haven't put it out for the last couple of years, and this is actually 2-year-old Monk's Blood that we're drinking right now.
Cool.
Out of the can, by the way.
Can aged.
Yeah, can aged. So the idea behind this beer is that we wanted to showcase what was the potential with canned craft beer. And so this is a beer that you don't want to drink out of the can, because a lot of beers you don't want to drink out of a bottle either. You want to pour it in a glass and enjoy it and let it warm up a little bit. And so this beer is very interesting. It's got it's got Belgian candy sugar in it. It's brewed Belgian yeast. It's got dried mission figs in it. It's got vanilla in it, and it's a very complex beer. And I think it's really opened up. I mean, we've actually cold stored this for the last couple of years, so it's been handled very correctly. And we've got about 120 cases of it. We're about to release it in the next couple of months.
So keep an eye.
Keep your eyes open.
Yeah, it's going to be at the pub, and that's a little bit of
draft?
no draft, just out of the cans. And
getting
so
some.
it's exciting.
He might kill a monk just to get some.
Dude, I will stab a monk
You'll stab one for it, huh?
for his blood.
So we have a
donated, or was it
couple bar owners next, right? So all of our breweries, here's some potential customers if you're not
That's right.
in there already.
Everybody open up their cards.
But we're getting off the grid a little bit.
I'll just
Country
give you my
Club
credit card
Saloon
for a
in
tab.
Loomis,
Way off the grid.
a little bit.
Wait, horse country.
That's right.
But it's cool that an event like this, where I don't care where you're from, where you're at, it just brings everybody together. So you guys, have you been to this before?
Never.
Okay, so what do you think? So have you been? You obviously been to Brewfest before. What?
I have not.
Really? Never?
No.
We
We've
opened
been
in
for 100,
September.
yeah,
Yeah.
120 days.
Congratulations, you guys.
Yeah.
Welcome.
Cheers. 3 months. Hey.
Yeah.
It's been really cool for us because there's a bunch of beer that we have there on tap. I mean, now we've been able to put the face with the beer, as crazy as that sounds.
Okay.
Seriously,
Like
we're
what?
getting them from distributors.
Well, 21st Amendment.
Okay, they're there.
Cossey.
Right.
I mean, everyone here just blown away. I mean, I think the common denominator here, no one's really said, but it's the donation and the fundraiser of the autism cause.
Yeah,
And so it's a
for sure.
whole different level of just, I don't know, just drive.
Yeah.
Period.
It's not
So
a bunch
it
of
makes it
drunk
different.
people getting drunk in
Oh,
your
I
bar.
think
It's like, we're
we
doing
bid on
this
like 5
for a
different
cause.
things, and we were the only people on the clipboard to bid. It was like,
So
your
what we,
high watermelon, first bidders.
Oh,
The Deschutes painting in the black border.
saw that. That was really
That
cool.
was badass.
That was really
we were
cool.
the first bidders. I mean, that just makes a whole different feeling for the whole thing. So this is really cool.
Jennifer's the resident chalkboard artist over there at the Country Club.
Oh,
So
okay.
we have
I'm
chalkboards
excited to come
going
over
all
and
the
see
time,
that.
and so they're changing it up. There's 2 or 3 of them. They're changing it up every day, and some really. And I have to tell you, there's a couple. We got some pretty talented artists over
I would
there.
say so,
That's,
yeah.
It's been really good. The bartenders. It's an opportunity for them to express themselves and put their name up there, and I don't know, draw a picture of the
And
49er
not only
game or the
that,
beer
but they
or
also
whatever.
get to pick their own favorite beers. So, we let them run through the lists that we get through the distributors, and
So what's
everyone
popular? I know you guys have only been
likes-
open for like 4 months, but like what's popular out in the Loomis area?
To be honest,
And don't lie.
That's
Scrimshaw.
Scrimshaw, okay.
Scrimshaw is one of our best sellers, and you know what? It is our transition beer, and we had a pint night with North Coast Brewing, and they said the same thing. We call it our transitional beer, and it is. I mean, we are in horse country, and you have Rockland to one side, and
Right.
goes into Roseville, so you have Out of Bounds Brewing, and you have all these other, Final Gravities and whatever's on the other side. But then you go up, and you have Newcastle, Penryn, Auburn. It gets pretty rural.
It's different
and blue
clientele up
collar.
there.
Right. And so you have a lot of Bud Light drinkers, Coors Light drinkers, Pabst Blue Ribbon drinkers. but we serve in Scrimshaw, and it crosses that line into craft beer, and all of a sudden,
Very cool.
Now